Hello.
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 God, that was the worst.
We've had worse.
It's pretty bad.
Hi.
Welcome
We
to
never
Fuck
know.
This Movie.
We never know exactly what we're doing. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're here for it, and we love.
We
love
really
movies.
need like a
set,
like
and
a
figure it out.
soundbite intro.
do.
We just we're disorganized and don't really give a shit. So we don't have that.
Yeah, one of these days. This year is going to be the year. We're going to figure it out. We're going to have all kinds of editing and stuff. We're going to just.
Where's all this coming from?
I don't know.
I want a
I have a
soundboard.
dream. I
Just
have a
like-
dream.
Oh yeah.
So what have you guys been watching?
Yeah.
God.
You just
That
go
would be
deep
the
in
worst.
it.
I
Oh
would
god.
never pay it. Like I would never tune into that.
I mean, there's so many easy setups, you know,
That's
like
the
talking
worst
about
thing.
Foxy Brown. Boy,
Yeah.
you know.
Dude, this probably is just an app. I'm downloading this real quick.
Oh shit. Anyhow, here we are talking about some movies.
Yeah.
We're somewhat prepared
Hell yeah.
most of the time, but we care about movies.
Eh.
That's us.
That's what matters.
That voice was brought to you by the man, the myth, the legend. He's too old to be cool, Mr. John Brown.
One of those things is true.
Yeah. Well, right on. And there's Reese Anweiler over there. He's not saying anything.
Not me.
No.
He's a man who watched everything.
And the man
Hell
of many
yes.
voices.
And then there's he who shall not be named.
Old
Never.
Dusty.
That's me.
All right.
Sorry, guys. Had a double feature
Mm-hmm.
chosen for this week's
Yep.
feature.
Couldn't resist. Just wanted to watch some badass chicks do badass things.
Women
Yeah.
empowerment
Yeah.
at its finest.
Women empowerment double feature.
Yeah, I had not seen Foxy. Second watch on Shadow in the Cloud for me. Only seen it the one time. Yeah,
Ditto.
they were fun. I was really blown away by Foxy Brown, which
Yeah.
I don't know. I
it
didn't
was-
know
it
exactly
was
what
a
I expected.
surprise.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what exactly I expected, but wasn't that exactly?
Yeah, and I guess like with having, no real expectation, I guess I think I've probably seen. I don't know if I've ever seen Shaft. Like I haven't seen that many films of
Like
this
the
era.
blaxploitation,
Yeah, like really watched
Yeah,
them.
like
I've
real
seen
ones.
Yeah,
Not
I've seen like the reboots, a
Yeah.
handful of the reboots over the years.
Black
and, like,
Dynamite. the stuff
yeah,
that's,
shit like that.
parodying it.
But like to really see like the OG bit, it was pretty cool. A lot more layered story than I thought. Better
Yeah.
acting, really better across all the boards than I thought it
Yeah.
would be.
It really
for
made
sure.
me want to watch Coffee.
Yeah, I want to watch that really bad now too.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Just to catch like all eras of the Pam Grier
For
like,
sure.
badassness.
Right.
Because I'm a huge Jackie Brown fan.
Oh,
yeah, I know. I love that film. I actually really want to watch that really bad.
I feel like you see a lot of like the nuances that
Yeah.
Tarantino stole from Foxy Brown.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
More Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
You could even
absolutely.
see a lot of inspiration in it for his other movies besides Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Just
I mean,
like the tone and
Yeah,
Right.
the
Yeah.
70s, like
The
early
rape
70s,
scene.
early 70s, late 60s aesthetics he always has.
Yeah.
yeah.
for sure, the vibe and just the dialogue and the whole package. But yeah, it was a great story, really, for what it was.
So,
just good.
do we want to do these one by one or all together? And
Probably just all together.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
you want to do the
work together.
synopses?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get the synopsis.
From 1974, directed by Jack Hill, Foxy Brown, a voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
That's a good way to start a
Yeah.
synopsis. A voluptuous black woman takes a job as a high-class prostitute in order to get revenge on the mobsters who murdered her boyfriend. And the tagline is, she's brown sugar and spice, but if you don't treat her nice, she'll put you on ice.
Oh yeah, getting lyrical with it.
Jesus Christ.
Lyrical with it.
And then the second film we watched from 2020, directed by. Okay, so this is fun. I wanted to. John, do you know what The Shadow in the Clouds has in common with only 5 other movies we've ever talked about on the podcast?
No.
It's directed by a woman.
Oh,
It's only the
Okay.
5th movie we've ever talked about directed by a woman.
there we go. I added one to the
But
numbers.
I don't know if I've seen anything else by her.
I don't-
Roseanne.
yeah.
Roseanne Liang.
My God, you went on this whole tangent. You don't even know how to say her fucking name.
Roseanne Liang, probably.
Now we're
Liang.
showing the picture.
Yeah.
No, it's the name.
Picture of her name.
Roseanne Liang, a World War II pilot traveling with top secret documents on a B-17 Flying Fortress encounters an evil presence on board the flight. And the tagline is, "Every mission has its demons."
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's a lot better than a lot of others. It's not
okay.
bad. I mean, we haven't had like a good, maybe like 2 good ones the entire time we've been doing this. So
there are no demons in this.
I do want to point out though, looking at the poster here on screen, there's a Nazi plane in the background. No interactions with Nazis in this movie whatsoever.
Yeah,
so that's kind of bad, guys. Like it's not good.
I feel like
Not even phantom Nazis.
it makes it more alluring.
Yeah, you want to see some Nazi killing, but you end up they just shoot down Japanese.
It is
fighters.
that era.
Yeah, I guess
the era.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I guess
that's not
you could
actually
say
what happens.
Japanese were Nazis by association. Like,
Yeah,
you
they
know what
were.
I
They
mean?
literally were Nazis. That is
No.
a swastika right there. No Japanese plane had a swastika on
That's
it,
true.
so that's a fucking fail. Whoever put together this poster, you fucking suck.
That's
It could've
just
been
a-
Japanese
There's also
plane.
no plane explosions that I remember.
That was
Well, they shot planes down. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, but I didn't see any explosions.
no, you actually did. There's a
Yeah, okay,
the scene.
I don't remember the movie.
Well,
at
the
all.
scene when she like is climbing across the bottom of the plane to get
Oh,
her baby,
God,
and then
yeah,
she
I
comes
remember
back.
that.
Throws the baby up, and then she falls, and then the plane explodes beneath her and launches her into the B-52
yeah,
bomber.
Yeah.
On
It was
that
a very
note, I just want
notable
to say this is the
explosion.
most ridiculous fucking movie I've ever
It's
seen
one of
in my
them for
life.
sure.
And,
It's
like,
pretty fucking
yeah.
None of
silly.
it makes any sense.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of things that could never happen happen.
Yeah, no, there's a huge amount of
They're
suspension of
gremlins.
disbelief.
That's
Yeah.
like to me the shining light on this.
Yeah, the
film.
gremlin
They're-
is really
they're
cool.
gremlins.
Yeah, I can't think of another movie that's such full on besides like Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
It's like full
No,
on
it's-
gremlins
exactly.
that are actual
Yeah,
gremlins.
actual gremlins.
Not cute gremlins.
Right.
Because yeah, I feel like this movie is very
Gremlins are never cute.
the second movie, Shadow in the Cloud, is very reminiscent of an episode of
Yeah.
Twilight Zone, maybe
Right.
by way of Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I personally found it way more enjoyable and charming than like a typical action movie like Fast and Furious or something.
Yeah, I feel like it was.
I want to say on this poster, I just noticed this is from the executive producer of Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, specifically that
So
one.
it's
Specifically
funny you
that
say that.
one. Clearly a selling point, and killing Nazis, another selling point.
Yeah, honestly.
Even though
I'm
no
always up
Nazis
for
were
it.
killed in the making of this fictional tale.
We don't know that.
It could have been one in
They
Japanese.
didn't even
plane
talk
hanging
about
out.
Nazis. I don't.
No,
I
not
mean,
at
maybe
all.
there was like a
It was-
some
it was-
offhand like
it was-
Nancy. Or,
Yeah, it was over
what do
the
they call
like
'em?
Pacific area, like.
Yeah,
So yeah, no, there's definitely like all kinds of flaws, all kinds of things that are silly and don't make any sense. But it's definitely it's a good popcorn flick
yeah.
at its heart, and it does have a good amount of charm. Some of the on this rewatch, some of the sentimental scenes maybe took a little bit too long, you know, for sure to get through the scene and wrap up. But
So I was bothered right away when she kind of first appears in front of these men, and they're like, "Get in the turret," and just like, wait, what? Why would they make her go in there? That doesn't make any sense. And then she goes in there and like immediately gets trapped. I'm like, okay, now this is just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's just setting up
like
the
there's
narrative.
no reason for them to put her down there. And then she immediately gets trapped, and it's like, oh, that was the reason to put her down there so that she could get trapped.
Well, yeah,
And then we
and-
have this plot point that we didn't.
The only
previously
reason
have.
is like a bunch of frustrated shithead 1940s men not wanting to deal with a
Yeah.
woman in their midst is essentially the only fucking reason there could be.
The setup though is like probably maybe even a little over half of the movie is her in that turret, and I think that like I thought they paced that pretty well, all things considered. Her
Yeah, I
being
would-
stuck in one
How
location.
did you feel about like the comic book style interactions with the male? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where like
No,
like that presentation was kind of weird.
Especially because
That was a weird thing. I forgot about that element, like her imagining, because that's what it was, like her imagining the characters.
well that
Yes,
yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah, I
don't-
think
I don't
where
really
it was
know
like
that
basically a
clear.
person on a black
Yeah.
room with like nice
Yes.
lighting. Yeah,
Yeah,
I felt
yeah.
that was kind of her
Honestly,
take on.
to me, it seemed like a director shortcut because they didn't want to actually like
But it-
film
it worked to
people saying dialogue.
Show. So what I thought the worst, the part that bothered me the most is that because 70 to 80% of the dialogue, probably more than that, of the movie is over like radio.
Yes.
And so it's radio acting. It's not people talking. It's people talking like,
yeah.
So what are you up to? You know, it's like
Well,
how people talk when they're voice acting, and that works for voice acting, and it kind of works
But then you
for
give
a
me
radio
these weird,
drama.
like Gumby
but
cartoons to
you
go
know,
with it,
like
just because you thought I needed that. I don't know. It was just a little off-putting.
Is it from the beginning?
I just mean like.
Well, that little cartoon at the beginning.
I just mean
is
the like
just setting
little
up
like
the gremlin.
Yeah,
the little like
the like cutaways to her. I thought that was just illustrating her like total like she doesn't know what a lot of the people she's talking to are.
So she's imagining
like,
them.
Kind of imagining.
Yeah, I think it's just a mechanic to also for the viewer to attach the names to the faces that you only briefly saw. Because at the beginning it's really rushed and she gets pushed through, so there's not much opportunity for association. So to me that was just a narrative mechanic to just create association for the viewer with each voice and who they are once shit went off. It was a weird choice. I don't disagree that it wasn't a little bit off-putting for sure. It's the same kind of off-putting as the Mary Shelley thing with the Bride movie that just came out. I didn't hate it all in all, and it was so brief.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
thought it worked because
I
feel like the entire movie is from her perspective, and so you're getting a reason to show something besides her in the cockpit without actually leaving the cockpit. So you're not breaking your
yeah. I mean,
boundaries.
there's definitely an intention, I think, of like, you know, expressing the isolation of the moment and the character, and then like breaking that isolation, like using it as a point of contrast. Like as soon as shit gets going, then it's just like fucking crazy, you know. But yeah, I won't disagree that it was a degree off-putting for sure. It was a weird choice, but it's. I don't know what else to do with a chick just sitting in a gunner's.
You could have her use her finger as a bolt to keep the turret in place.
Yeah, that was fucking ridiculous. That was ridiculous too. Yeah, no, the movie was. I don't know. I thought it was pretty well paced. I thought it was a little bit better paced the first time I watched it than the second time, but I still felt the pacing was pretty alright. But I feel like the payoff once it gets going and once you get out of the cockpit and get past just the dialogue, which is. You know, like these guys razzing this chick for being a chick, and
it's it's cartoonish, and the whole movie is going for a pretty over the top cartoonish vibe.
Yeah,
so it's not necessarily out of place. It's just a little wearing because there's so much dialogue, and most of the men are like cartoonishly pieces of shit.
Yeah,
you know,
Now
just
very
all talking about how they're gonna fucking beat the
it
shit
was
out
just
of her or
it was
something.
just super typical of men in uniform at that time in the 40s. But I mean, one thing that I do like about this is just also one thing you don't get that many of either is like things set in this particular plane, which makes a really cool setting for a film. And I mean, honestly, I would say that I wish that a little bit more of it was set in the plane itself. I think that's probably an amount of a detriment to the film. Yeah,
because I could go for like a full 2-hour movie of like
set
a thriller
in a
drama.
B-52, for sure, like absolutely. And you only ever get snippets, man. It's kind of a shame.
Yeah,
I guess that's one thing that made me like it. It's just that you get at least a little bit of it, but I would have wanted more.
The
B-52 for sure.
The recent adaptation of Catch-22 that was a miniseries. That was, I mean, it's not all set on a plane, but it is about a crew of guys who repeatedly have to do runs on those. And I thought that show was great. That show that stuck with me. If you haven't seen, have you seen it?
I have not.
It's worth watching. It's only like 8 episodes and it's done. But it's based on the book. Recommend.
I dig those.
Yeah,
I dig miniseries.
A very unusual World War II story because it's like psychologically dark. What the character's going through, basically trying to get out of doing bomb runs during World War II. But yeah, good time.
Yeah, for me, I think this movie it satisfies. It ended satisfying, and I think if it does, the beginning does take a little bit of patience to get through the dialogue and that. But once it gets going, I think it's pretty easy to just go along with the ride and have a good time. Yeah, because it is clearly like completely ridiculous. Like as soon as I mean, what gets her out
She's
of the...
crawling around on the outside of the plane.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like,
What gets her out of the gunner's turret is that it breaks open after, like, during Japanese fighters shooting at the plane, and at this point, the gremlin is pretty well... I mean, even some of the guys know that it's there now, and she sees the gremlin gets the baby, and then she sees the baby. He just sets it out on this fucking underside of the wing of this fucking thing that's been torn open, and she's like, "Ha, bitch!" And she fucking busts out, and fucking Jungle Jim climbs across the bottom of this fucking plane during a fucking.
And it's not like
fight.
there are hoops to hold on to. She's just like
No,
like
just fucking
scaling
He-Man
the
and just
scaling the bottom of the plane.
Yeah.
It's the most ridiculous.
Oh, it's
thing.
super ridiculous.
She should have had a knife. She was like
Yeah,
stabbing
right.
into the plane
Yeah,
like Rambo
it's even,
or some
even
shit.
more badass. She just fucking barehanded a man just getting there. But
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
there are parts that you literally cannot apply any kind of logic to.
no, I mean
Even that, like the bag is like swinging back and forth.
Yes.
Like,
no, the
okay,
one thing
this-
that's completely ridiculous too. So, chick gets on the plane and presents to these guys that she's got a secret mission with this secret cargo, which ends up being a baby of hers and one of the people on the plane. And she's carrying it around in this box that's like has a little vent. And every time she opens it up, the baby's just like fucking chilling, just chillaxing, just good. Like I think there's only one point where you actually hear the fucking thing crying. It's like, man, who made that fucking box? Because that thing is amazing. It's like a fucking little cryo chamber that's impervious to
it
fucking
gets like
Japanese
thrown
fighter bullets.
and swung upside down.
Oh yeah,
and
just the
flung
whole
around.
9 yards,
Yeah.
dude. Whole 9 yards. Survives a
It's
fucking
got
plane
its
crash.
own gravity
Yeah,
center.
exactly. It's just spinning around in there. But
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to kind of give people a heads up of what they're going into with this. If I don't know how they advertised it. But,
yeah, I don't know either. I'd be curious to see that because it does turn on a dime. Like it's
I know how they
moderately.
advertise it. From the producer
Yeah.
of Fast and the Furious.
I guess that
Hobbs and
that
Shaw.
should
Yeah.
get you somewhat prepared. I
Yeah,
It was a
suppose.
that's true.
Nazi thing.
Yeah, a Nazi thing. Well, there are no Nazis.
You will not see a Nazi in this movie.
Yeah.
Shit.
Now, at least, fucking by the end of it, the dudes were on her side and were at least trying to help the
The two that
situation.
survived.
Yeah. I mean, like they got killed during the tussle too. Like they changed their tune pretty quickly when shit went down. But yeah, it definitely does not prepare you for the first bit of the movie. Doesn't really set up at all for like it really does turn on a fucking dime. It gets crazy fast. So I guess
liked
that was one thing that I
gremlins,
thought was
though.
fun about it.
I like the design and
Yeah.
The gremlin was sweet.
effects of the
The gremlin was sweet. Although, like, I feel like the way that they designed the gremlin, like, if it were real, it would have just taken the plane down in, like, no time.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Right.
"Hey, shut off this engine, boom, you're
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess, like, well, the whole bit with their, like, gremlins, the mythos of those things is, like, they're just mischievous. So he could, but he's like, no, I'm a fucking dick. I'm going to take this out here. I'm going to take this out here. I'm going to let this shit fall apart and make you go fucking crazy while it falls apart. And he was really badass. I can love the aesthetic of his design. But it was a satisfying finish just to watch her fucking beat the shit out of it and then fucking cut its own throat with its claw.
Yeah, definitely had some Ripley vibes.
Yeah, I think that's
From
kind of
Alien.
probably why I dug it too. Is like
Yeah.
I love that kind of a character, and she definitely became that through the course of this movie. So yeah, definitely a popcorn flick for sure. Again, producer noted, but yeah, I mean, if you want a fun movie that's not too serious but
Yeah,
satisfying watch,
nice short 83 minutes.
yeah.
In
Yeah, that
and
was
out.
the time frame on both of these is about the same, and thought it was a good pairing on that as well.
Yeah, but Foxy Brown, we didn't talk as much about it,
Yeah, let's get into Foxy.
but
No, it's nice too. Like, so I listen to a lot of hip hop and stuff, and there's several sound bites and pieces of this film that I've heard sampled and
Yeah, that was fun.
time after and time after again.
the speech the one guy gives.
Yeah, what am I to do with all this ambition? But and yeah, I mean, gotta say, like Pam Grier in her prime, goddamn, like
Foxy,
yeah, I mean, lives up to the name.
yeah,
She blew a dude out of a coma.
Yeah, so the beginning, like they didn't really clarify. Like she has a conversation with her brother, and all you really get is her brother like, yeah, look what happened to look what happened to him. And she's like, don't fucking say his name or don't talk about him. And so, like, I got the vibe that I don't know, like maybe he already got like assassinated or something, or somebody fucked him up, but it was plastic surgery. And they didn't really prep you for that at all.
Yeah, it was plastic surgery for like witness protection.
Yeah, witness protection. But like in the setup of it, they don't really give you the context to prepare. So it like goes from that to just this dude with like cartoonish bandages all over his fucking face. And I didn't have the context in my mind that it was a plastic surgery. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then they pull it off. I'm like, oh, he looks great. Wait a minute.
No scars or anything.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, okay. Okay, a little bit more context. But yeah, no. He was,
I like how they said even his mom wouldn't recognize him. And then somehow Foxy's brother, by drawing a mustache off of him,
was great.
Figures out that it's
no, that was great. So he shook his hand, and that's what really made him figure it out. Like he shook his hand after he was introduced to this new person, and he's like, yeah, that scene where he's just trying to work it out in his mind, and he gets this picture and just really shittily like draws a couple lines on this fucking newspaper clipping. He's like, oh my god, bing.
That, I guess the plastic surgery was a beard transplant.
Yeah.
Just a shave.
Now, the other thing that cracked me up about this whole setup is that, like, okay, witness protection, you know, you're a new person, but don't change any of your daily habits. Stay in the same place.
Go back to being in a relationship with your
exactly. Go live with
widow.
your girlfriend immediately in the same neighborhood. Go to the same stores. No big deal. No gangsters are ever gonna find you out. I love the villain too. The villainess really cracked me up in this movie as well. Like the super soap opera. Like every time she has dialogue, looking off screen and like fucking you know,
it's very soap opera.
The fucking get-ups were great.
But that was a long time ago.
Yeah, pure 70 get-ups.
The clothes were great.
Love the fucking chains. Loved everybody's necklaces. They were ridiculous. The biggest, wackiest fucking necklaces you could ever find. Knock a motherfucker out, you know? Like, just, bam.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was a good time. It made me want to watch more of these types of films. And,
absolutely.
Definitely more with her to see how her acting evolved over the course of it. Yeah, she's a little, like, rough here. But, you know, still not bad, though, for everything considered.
This is the same director as Switchblade Sisters, which is another like exploitation film that I've been wanting to watch for years and years.
No, let's do it.
Switchblade Sisters. There was a podcast I was listening to that was named after that movie. It was really good. I found a lot of awesome movies through that podcast.
Oh yeah, sweet.
But never watched the movie.
Never watched the movie. That's how much the podcast affected me.
Now we will.
Oh, he also directed Coffee.
Oh,
no. Well, there we go.
Yeah, I want to watch that one.
Run all through them. But yeah, definitely a lot more than I thought. I definitely recommend this for sure, and recommend all that era of film. And I really appreciate too, like that they just did this. Like, oh, you don't want to make movies for us? We're just gonna make our own fucking movies. Fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, like that was the response of the black community to like being fucking shut out. Like, well, we're just gonna do our own thing.
Yeah.
And that's why thinking of that is why I always just get irritated at the corporate inclusion of like rebranding characters.
Yeah.
Because like if the community wanted it, like they would just make their own fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure they do. Like I'm sure that any of these stories that have been rebranded to whatever color, like they have, if they care, it's probably out there. Yeah. You know.
Oh, there's probably a shit ton of like super fun or like fantastic indie black cinema that's
absolutely.
Just like probably not even reaching outside of the cities it's in.
No, for sure. You know? Exactly. So, yeah, it's good stuff.
We'll hear about it in 20 years when a documentary talks
right,
about
yeah.
it.
And then somebody's going to reboot one of them. Like, oh, we found this gem and now we're going to make it ours. Give us money from your culture.
Disney presents Blackula.
God. They would too.
Played by Will Smith.
Yeah. Fun movies. Check them out. Just one of the good dose of just ass kicking chicks kicking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Ass kicking chicks kicking ass.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Coin that right now. It's mine. We'll podcast about that. All right.
So I think that covers it for the feature presentations here.
Think so.
Yeah.
Think so.
This week is a little different because Reese kind of introduced a new little tidbit here with a challenge that John has already failed. So
I did fail. I feel super bad. I'll make it up to you guys. I promise. I'm gonna
He'll
watch
get back to
so
me.
many movies of this challenge.
Punishment. You have to watch 2.
You have to watch every movie that he's ever been in that you haven't
Oh my
seen.
god! I don't know about that.
Call
Maybe.
off work for the next 2 weeks.
So your challenge was
To watch a Russell Crowe movie that you had not seen before.
right on. I almost watched 2, but I did not. I only watched 1. So I watched 310 to Yuma.
Ooh.
I have seen that one.
It's kind of a Western remake with Christian Bale.
Great cast.
Yeah, great cast and really great performances. And this was a good one as it turned out because it's actually a kind of like overly good performance by Russell Crowe himself.
Yeah.
I think his character has like the most depth of everyone.
Yeah.
It's kind of hilarious just because it's like kind of like you get an unlikely hero in a group of like like lawmen trying to escort this guy to his death basically, and he's just so much smarter and more cunning than everyone else.
And he like
so just
plays
like,
into it really well.
Yeah,
and
you're like an hour and a half in the movie. It's just like, okay, so now there are like 2 guys. Like it was like 7 guys escorting him, but now there are like 2 because the other 5 died. It's just like he's winning.
yeah, for sure. Now, and he has his. I remember him having his own moral code while being.
He has his own moral code, and like there are conversations that go along between his character and Christian Bale's character where they kind of realize that
they're
they
not
have a
too
lot
far
more
apart.
in common than what you would expect, and
Western's a good setting for that kind of dialogue and interaction with characters.
Yeah, it really is.
I haven't seen that movie since it came out, and I was a kid. But I remember really liking it. I also want to watch the original.
I also like that the final standoff, like because every Western has this like the final shootout. Of course,
yeah.
And they kind of go with like like that Tarantino's favorite movie, like Assault on Precinct 13, where it's like they're outmanned, so they arm the prisoners,
right?
Like kind of like this kind of has like the opposite because like they get him to the town that they need to where the train is going to pick him up, and like a bunch of marshals like shuffle him into like a hotel room, and it's like, we'll hold up here until the train gets here. Well, then like his goons show up to like rescue him, and like like they got the kids like, oh, we got the goons on the way. He's like, how many are there? There are 6. Okay, yeah, we're fine. And then like the goons come into town and they're like, yeah, to everyone in this town, our buddy is being held hostage, and we'll offer $200 per man for anybody who murders one of the people holding him hostage. It's like, oh, well, you just turn the whole town against him.
Yeah,
it's like that's pretty smart. And then immediately all the law people are like, yeah, well, I'm going to get the fuck out of here.
yeah, it took no time. Like, peace. Fuck this. Yeah, and then it was pretty much just down to Christian Bale and then like one other. Didn't he have like a little kind of pseudo sidekick?
It was
his son. That's right.
Yeah. But it's just funny because like these lawmen are dumb as shit. It's just like, well, yeah, we're pretty fucked, so I'm just going to get on out of here. And then they like all try to walk out the front door, and all these people are like, bam, 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 just like shoot them down. Like, dude, you guys are still worth $200.
Yeah,
you fucking dumbass.
Yeah, shit. $200 back then. It's a good grip for some fucking
retiring on $200
in fucking
buy a
Western
house,
town.
Yeah. Settle down
for sure. Yeah, you can get a plot of land, a house, live for a couple months.
Get out of this rat race.
Horse, yeah, yeah, everything.
But I'm always a sucker for a good Western, and I thought this was a good Western. I don't think it's like a great Western.
Yeah,
like
I wouldn't say it's perfect. I remember having some notes on maybe some of the like pacing, maybe some of the dialogue here or there, but overall I think it's very satisfying. The performances do, like, of the two, Russell Crowe and Christian Bale, I think really hold it together for whatever failings it might have.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting because the original is 92 minutes, but the new one is 122 minutes. So I'm curious what they chose to expand upon.
I always poke around if I know we're going to be talking about something. I'll poke around to some reviews that came out at the time when the movies were released, and a lot of the reviews about the 310 to Yuma sequel said that it like really over delivered in some spots that the original fell short, and I guess the original had like kind of just like a downtrodden cast, and like it wasn't well cast, and like it didn't have a lot of the budget and stuff, and so apparently the new one plays better than the original did, which is interesting.
It tracks, yeah.
That's cool. I mean,
I always like it when you remake a movie to make it better, as opposed to just like remake the exact same movie for a new generation.
And then everyone gets mad that it's not the same movie.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, make it a better film versus to try to appease or appeal.
Yeah, it's like, well, these people are never going to go back to 1957 and watch the original, so let's just re-release the exact same movie, shot for shot, with new actors that we can put on a poster. Like, I hate it when they do shit like that.
Yeah. So the Russell Crowe movie I chose to watch is a much newer one from 2018 called Boy Erased. It's about a young man being sent to conversion camp by his super Christian parents, a pastor played by Russell Crowe, and his mom played by Nicole Kidman.
He's been all about the religious stuff.
Yeah. And then the lead is Lucas Hedges, who, if you don't remember, was in lots of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Based on a true story, based on a book, or whatever. Based on an autobiography.
Yeah, based on something.
Inspired by life. But I really liked it. I thought it was, I think, Russell Crowe is definitely more of a supporting. But it's... I
really have not seen any performance from him that felt bad. Like, there's I don't remember the name of it, but a handful of years ago he played like a dude that guy was like road raging. And like chasing a woman down.
I know the one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a great film, but his performance in that role was still like satisfying. I haven't seen a performance from him that hasn't been satisfying.
Yeah, honestly,
they've been very like different. And because even the derpy Pope's Exorcist movie that I watched, like his performance was still good. I still enjoyed it.
In the last Thor movie, he played Zeus, and he was like one of the funniest parts of the movie.
I never did get around to watching that, but I was already way checked out at Marvel at that point.
It was really disappointing, but there's a lot of fun elements in the movie. But no, Boy Erased, super good. Great Russell Crowe performance. Honestly, great Nicole Kidman. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, it's Nicole
Kidman and Lucas Hedges. Everyone. Oh, and it's directed by Joel Edgerton also. He's in it as well.
Okay.
I honestly really liked it.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out and make a note of that.
A very personal story as far as the filmmakers. But yeah. So, John, do you have a challenge to issue for us?
Well, I just before we back off this Russell Crowe, I just wanted to mention a few things. I almost watched a second one, but I didn't get around to it in the day. Things came up. But I was going to watch The Greatest Beer Run Ever.
I'd not heard of that movie, and I saw that on his filmography when I was looking around.
And it's apparently he plays like a character who is got like he comes up with some. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet. But apparently it's a whole deal where he's trying to like smuggle a bunch of beers to his buddies fighting in Vietnam.
Okay.
And like that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah. No, that would be a lot of fun.
And then also like because I went to IMDb because I want a list, that's my go-to. And I saw that he has a movie coming out this year called The Wait, and that also
WAIT or.
Like the Wait, WEIGH.
Oh, okay. Ooh, Ethan Hawke.
And anyway, because at first I was like, "Ooh, what's this movie? I'll watch this." I was like, "Oh, it didn't come out until like fucking September or some shit like that."
Yeah.
But like, it did sound very appeasing and like something that I definitely want to see. So
nice. All
right. He's
so it's one to look out
consistently
for.
Great actor.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so as far as a challenge for me, I guess I will go with kind of playing off of something I've been wanting to do, but I haven't made a pick yet. I was going to make a pick a little while ago based on this, but I guess I can put it out to be a challenge. So we haven't had that many just bad movies, that are just fun to talk about and charming. So challenges to watch some just like objectively you know,
Just garbage movies.
just garbage
Bad
movies. Try to,
movie.
Hell yeah.
yeah, some with some charm, you know,
I think
bad but with a little bit of charm.
Is
Like,
this a bad movie we haven't seen before?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to know how charming it is.
I mean, you can
look up,
kind of
like,
gauge.
reputation.
Yeah, reputation.
Okay.
have you ever seen The Room?
No, but I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. You know, some of those movies that are like
Yeah.
they're
That's a good one.
legends. You have to, everyone's seen 100 scenes from them.
Yeah. One comes to mind, like Gummo. You know, like it's fucking bad on some front, but good somewhere. Something that you can take some good out of. Maybe looking at some movie posters would be good inspiration. I feel like you can judge a pretty charming bad movie from the poster.
Yeah.
You know, especially
Yeah.
older flicks like. And I guess a good challenge too is since we haven't had a whole lot of older stuff yet, we can like dive back into some of the 50s, 60s stuff that we haven't hit those timetables on yet.
Yeah.
So some old bad movies.
Hell yeah. Good challenge.
Does it have to be one I haven't seen before? What if it's one that I've seen I couldn't finish?
Sure. Or something that you have like
Because what immediately
the
comes
bearish
to mind
recollection
is
of-
Plan 9 from Outer Space.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one's fun.
It's not fun.
Well, I don't know if I've seen the actual movie. I've seen like the Riff Tracks version.
Okay. Have you
the
seen
Mystery
Ed Wood?
Science Theater? Oh yeah. I've seen Ed Wood. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Because Ed Wood's about like the director who's basically the worst director of all time and made the worst movie of all time. And after seeing Ed Wood, I loved Ed Wood the first time I saw it. I was just like, God, I'm obsessed. And it's like, I need to watch this guy's movies.
Right.
And so I rented Plan 9 from Outer Space. I was like, what the fuck? There's like a scene with like a flying saucer, and the flying saucer is clearly like two paper plates glued together with a string holding it up as it goes across it. It's clearly all of these things.
Yeah.
You can see it. plain
Not
as
even
day.
an attempt at a real model.
Yeah, you can see the string.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that applies. Or something that you have like a very vague recollection of. You just like I've got a perfect one in my mind that I've had like flashes of, and I finally figured out what it was fucking called.
Ooh, that'll be
a couple years ago. Like I remembered very specific images, but I think it's called Eliminators. They're really bad. I guess this is a little bit more recent, but it's like super C 80s sci-fi. Like one of the dudes has like tank treads, like some kind of cyborg. Like I only remember flashes from when I was a kid, but I know it's fucking.
Was it like
terrible.
a cash in on Terminators?
No, because it's like a team thing.
I also kind of want to rewatch Howard the
Yes.
Duck, which I think would be like
That's
like,
might be verging
Howard the
on a
Duck
good
is a
movie.
very bad movie.
it's a
Is it
pretty bad movie.
I can't remember.
It's gotten more fun with age, but
I think it's a pretty bad movie, but it's got some charm.
But you've seen that one.
I have seen it, but I haven't seen it in like 30 years.
Yeah, if you've got like bare recollection, I that could track. But yeah, I mean something with some charm, hopefully, I guess. Like something that you can take something away from, Because what inspired this is like I wanted to pick Zardoz at some point for us, which is a fucking bad movie, but it has a little bit of charm to what it is,
I think my brother enjoys watching terribly bad movies more than he likes watching good movies.
Yes.
And
it's
it
a different
grates on me.
experience.
But I mean, like, I think he could probably just sit down for a day and watch like 6 of the worst movies you've ever seen and just cackle the entire time.
Well, I would much rather watch a movie that like is just that is just bad, that doesn't really have any premise or any perception or preconceived thing by the creators that it's really good or they're trying to market it as anything great, that it's just like, hey, we fucking did this thing, like, yeah, here it is, versus like, yeah, this is awesome, like we're gonna pat ourselves on the back. And cause one of the movies I'll talk about later, we got roped into watching a fucking shark movie, which
trash.
She's like, you want to watch it? Yeah. You want to watch a shark movie? I'm like, it's bad. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, well, we did, and yep, it was just as irritating as every other shark hurricane movie I've ever fucking seen in my life. But that movie, like, it presents itself as a real movie, and like, I'd rather watch something that really doesn't. like old Roger Corman movies, you know?
Yeah.
They're just fucking wacky bullshit.
No, yeah, I always prefer a movie where someone was trying to make a good movie.
Yeah.
And the heart is there.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
see it.
Exactly. You can feel the heart even though everything else doesn't fucking come together at all, like, or whatever. But yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect challenge.
Okay, so what else have you guys been watching?
Yeah, we can take it away with Thrash, and you can talk with that one with me. Yeah.
I have not seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen
I
it?
just
Okay.
am aware because
Well,
my
let
mom
me-
wants to watch every shark movie ever, but then
She a
complains
Sharknado fan?
that just none of them are as good as Jaws.
Well,
It's
'cause
like,
no,
I'm
that's
That's
sorry.
the movie. I
It's
might
like-
watch Sharknado.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that one's rough. That production company, if I could firebomb their building, I would. Like, they give B movies a bad name.
Yeah,
You know, like
that
they're
is
not.
true.
Their heart isn't in it. They're like they don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. Like it's just nonsense. Now this Thrash movie, it's just fucking sharks and hurricane. It's like the cheesiest setup. Like
Yeah.
all the cheesiest shit. One of the characters is pregnant, of course, and she works at this fucking meat factory, and she like leaves work too late, and this other guy has to get a truck in at the end of the day before this hurricane comes, and it's just like this big tanker that just says meat. And it's like, what does meat? Isn't a big liquid tanker, you fucking asshole. So it's like, okay, cool. Oh, here's a setup for the sharks. Man, every one of these fucking movies, there's the same thing. I watched the Hurricane Alligator movie that I got duped because I thought it was a Sam Raimi movie, but it was just Sam Raimi produced it.
Crawl.
Presents.
Same fucking thing. It's like, okay, it's a hurricane. Here we go, guys. Go up. They just don't go up. Don't go to the roof. Don't make any effort to go to the roof. Like, you just wait the shit out. Just get on the fucking roof. You know, like, building sturdy enough, you'll be okay. Like, you're through the worst of it. Same fucking thing. There's even, some of the characters in this movie are these foster kids that have these, like, terrible foster parents that just fucking, foster them for money and, like, feed them bread and water while they're eating steaks and shit. So there's a point where shit started. Foster dad, foster mom's already fucking taken out, and they're hatching this plan to distract the sharks by going into the basement that is now flooded with active sharks swimming around to go get meat to distract the sharks with that they have to swim past to get the meat. But as soon as they're about to do this plan, this shitty stepdad pops up, like, missing a hand. He's like, oh, it took a bite out of my ass. And the son finally like stands up to him and like fucking beats his ass and shoves him in the water. And is like, all right, there's your distraction. Go to the roof. No, that was his distraction for going into the basement to get the meat for the distraction. Fucking Christ, man. God, yeah, it was exactly what you'd expect it to be. It was fucking terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Most typical shit. Of course, the chick has a baby in the water and the shark. Of course, it has to be a great white too that comes and eats the other sharks. It's just like everything you could think they would do, they just did. Laziest piece of shit.
There's another shark movie. This one's going to be. I saw the trailer for this in front of a movie I saw this week called. I think it's called Deep Water. It's like a really generic title.
Yeah. I think I saw that one too.
It's like a plane crashes out in the ocean, and then the survivors are like picked off by sharks.
It's just fucking.
I mean, Deep Water it's not a new movie. That's an old movie, and it spawned sequels.
Is it that plot?
I don't remember. It is a fucking shark movie. Or no, I'm thinking of Open Water.
Yeah, Open Water.
Oh my god, all these movies are
They're all the
fucking
same.
Deep Water.
They're all the
Open
same.
Water.
Because Kristen Stewart was in a movie like 5 years ago called Underwater. It's
Yeah.
like so generic. You cannot tell these movies
That
apart.
was a surprisingly cool movie.
I like that
actually.
movie.
I was
It's
actually
very generic.
No, she's generic. She could have been anybody, but the film overall, like
No,
what
no,
it was.
yeah.
I thought it was. It surprised the shit out of me.
Yeah, I love Kristen Stewart. See, Deep Water, there was a movie from 2022 called Deep Water. There was a movie from 1981 called Deep Water.
Oh, you could go deep.
2006
on the
Deep Water.
It's not a very inventive title.
No, dude, and so that's the thing with shark movies. It's like, okay, if you're in the water, I remember that. Yeah, that seems familiar.
No, this is the new one.
That's the new one? Oh, it looks like a million others. Never mind. But no, it's like, okay, sharks, you're in the water, you're fucked. You're just fucked because you're in the water with sharks. Okay, so we know how this movie plays out. If you're not trapped in water with sharks, it's like, okay, get out of water. Problem solved. What are we doing here? Stupidest premise. Yeah, Jaws is like the one. All right. Other than that, piece of shit. I don't think I watched it a week before. I don't think I talked about it because it slipped my mind. But I watched Practical Magic.
Oh yeah.
With I think Nicole Kidman.
Yeah,
Nicole
Kidman.
Sandra
Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Sequel coming out.
Yeah, dude.
Weirdly.
I feel like I've watched that movie when I was young because I know my mom and my
probably,
sister would have eaten this shit.
Weird,
I probably
movie came
watched
out
it
like
7
30
times.
years ago.
It's so
They think
wholesome.
now we need a sequel.
Yeah, well, so no, that's the
Same
thing.
year
Like,
as Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
I will say
At least
like
that
this
wasn't 30 years ago.
this movie was a lot of fucking fun. Like I gotta say, it was a pretty charming movie. It was a good time, like good performances.
Yeah, it is.
I walked away like feeling pretty fucking good about the whole thing. Like is it? Yeah,
It's weirdly sad, like right off the bat.
yeah, it is. But
I was not expecting that when I watched it, but no,
Yeah.
it's a really
It's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't have
quaint
a lot of,
movie.
a lot of recollection.
recollections
Yeah,
of
I thought it was just a good time. Just great dialogue, just great funny
Yeah.
moments, genuine characters.
Not a ton of like sisters,
No.
sisters and mothers.
No,
like,
yeah, for sure.
relationship movies.
Yeah, everything they did with like their aunts or whatever, and just the whole family dynamic, and it was good. It was good stuff. Good magic movie. There's a lot of magic movies can be very generic too, and I felt like this one wasn't as generic as a lot of them have become or are.
Yeah,
So it just a
it
little bit more.
wasn't. It's very enjoyable to watch a magic movie where it's just like magic. It's not
Yeah.
like. And this is how magic works in this world.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. We don't
that's
care.
kind of
like,
the cool
yeah,
thing about magic
exactly.
is you don't have to explain
No,
it.
you have a
It's
base
magic.
concept. Like it works. We're
Yeah.
good there. So yeah, that was kick ass. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And I watched a really cool animated film that's been popping up on my social media feed for like a year. I keep seeing snippets of it called Robot Carnival, which is an anthology movie.
Hell yeah.
9 different stories, all revolving around robots. Super fucking fun, super drastic art styles. One of them was a guy making a fucking Franken robot, basically. One was a couple girls at this weird theme park that like this robot picks up one of their dropped lockets and becomes immediately in love with her, and then it escalates into some weird fucking Power Rangers kaiju robot fight shit like out of nowhere. One was just a really poignant, just really cool abstract art style. This little robot walking through like series of clouds and weather and sequences, and it just building and building and building. The opening shot of it, that is actually the title sequence, was hilarious because this little dude in this like desolate wasteland, this random flyer smacks him in the face, and he just reads it and freaks the fuck out and runs to this village and is like trying to tell everybody to get the fuck out of here. And then you see this big barreling tank structure come over the horizon, and like all these like fanfare robots, like these little conductor robots, pops out of the front, and all these other like musician robots pop out of this other section of it, and they start playing these brass instruments, which are actually like fucking sending explosives everywhere, destroying the fucking landscape. Like it just rolls over this fucking village, like not giving a fuck, and then just stops and just like pops up, like little thing drops down, like Robot Carnival. But it was just really cool. It was very satisfying after being so disappointed by that last like 80s animated film that I watched. This is
Angel's Egg.
Yeah, this actually satisfied. I had just a really cool, gritty artwork, just the whole package. It was fantastic.
I highly recommend. One of the guys who did a short in Robot Carnival also did one of the segments in the anime film Memories,
Okay.
which is also an anthology film,
yeah.
but it's only 3 stories because
Okay.
they're more like 30, 40
Right,
minutes.
yeah.
Um,
I've heard of that one. I think that's been on my list too.
you
I'll
are
check
going
that
to
out.
love it.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
Nice. Yes, I want to check
I
that
think it's
out.
on Amazon.
And the last thing that I'll talk about is a movie I watched the other night that I had seen, I think advertised on Netflix, but it wasn't out yet and it just got put on. But Dust Bunny. Have you heard of that one?
I haven't seen it, but I saw it.
It's
Like I was perusing for something to watch, and I looked it up on IMDb and kind of immediately lost interest.
I thought it was
Oh, Mads Mikkelsen.
I thought it was super, super fucking fun. I thought it was really well done. Really cool aesthetic to the whole thing. Just the vibe, the atmosphere.
Is it like a family movie?
Ish. Not really.
Like, is there cussing and stuff?
I mean, there's murder. I think there's probably some amount of
Everything's
cussing.
got murder.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not a family movie by any means.
Oh,
It has
okay.
a child actress, which she does pretty good, but it's basically this girl hires a hitman who she thinks killed a monster when she saw him like fuck up a bunch of dudes in Chinatown that were in one of those like Chinese dragon things
Yeah.
to kill a monster that she thinks is under her floorboards that's been eating her family. I thought it was really fucking good. I thought just the marriage of the aesthetic and the performances were very solid. The effects were fucking cool. The bunny the monster is fucking sweet. It's a really cool monster. Yeah, all in all, I was really, really, really entertained and enjoyed it quite a bit. It's Sigourney Weaver's in it. So I was like, Sigourney Weaver,
Hell yeah.
pretty much. Not watch anything.
Yeah.
And I like Mads Mikkelsen
What's
too.
not to like?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she still looks pretty much the same, which is like,
I
fucking,
know.
what,
It's
75 or something?
It's incredible.
It is incredible. But yeah, I recommend that a lot. I mean, it may be a little bit more, I don't know, a great word for it. Maybe a little bit too much for some people, but, you know.
Excessive, even.
Yeah, I just think it's a good time. It's definitely more of a popcorn flick for sure, but I think it holds its weight. So
Nice.
that was a bit for me.
All right. I don't have a lot, so I'll go next. Movie-wise, I don't really have anything to add that we haven't already talked about. A couple series. I watched season 2 of Beef. Now on
I'm
Netflix.
really excited to watch
I'm 2
that.
episodes in. I'm loving it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Is it as good as the first season so far?
Better.
Better? Ooh.
Yeah.
The first season
I'm
was
liking
fucking
the
fire.
interactions more.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
will say that
The
once you get through the entire
dynamics.
series, it's a little bit more the title maybe doesn't make as much sense for this one. There's not like a clear beef between two
Right.
specific parties. And
I mean,
the whole
the-
time,
The first 2 episodes has a pretty
yeah, but
clear beef.
as you go through it though, it kind of morphs, and it's
Yeah.
like, because originally there's like a beef between 2 couples,
Right.
but then as you go through the season, it kind of becomes more the beef is more between the individual members of each couple.
Right.
So I don't know,
Okay.
it's kind of weird the way that it plays out, but just fantastic. And I really think that it's like kind of Netflix's version of White Lotus.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the whole time you're watching it, it's just like, this is really good. I know something bad is about to happen, but I don't know what, and I don't know to who.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
it kind of has that.
How the first
feeling.
season ended was just so perfect. It
Yeah.
was so fucking poignant. I love the ending of the first season.
I enjoyed White Lotus, but I think Beef to me is superior. Not that I mean it's a good
I'm
comparison.
not-
I
To
would
me,
make the same
if,
thing.
If
I just
you're,
mean like
if you're,
I like.
I'm
Beef
not trying to
more.
compare them that way. I think
No,
they're-
yeah,
if I was ranking them, it'd be like 1A and 1B.
Right.
Yeah.
I
they're-
love both of them.
Yeah.
I love the
Um,
concept. I love that both of them were meant to be a mini series that were
Mhm.
so popular and so well loved that they're
Right.
like, fuck, let's just do it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that pop up, I was so excited. to
Cast
watch
is
it.
so
Huge
good.
Oscar Isaac fan,
Oh,
also.
And he's so good in it.
Carrie Mulligan also does a really good job.
Yeah. Kaylee
Um,
Spain.
I will say, as you get into this, all of the female characters become basically awful people.
I mean, so
Like,
far, all of the characters are awful people in episode 2.
Yeah,
Except for like the
everyone
boyfriend,
everyone
or
starts
fiance.
off kind of bad and get.
Gets worse.
I will say that some of the male characters actually do grow. The female characters just become worse and worse. Like they're just like at the end, you're just like, you wretched cunt. Like, you know, like,
fucking terrible.
like I hope you fucking trip and fall and hit your head. You know, like you're just a terrible person. You're just a selfish, terrible person. Like, I don't know. It kind of goes that way. So we watched that over the course of the weekend. Really enjoyed it, and then since we liked that so much, we started another mini series on HBO Max, DTF St. Louis.
Mm.
I
was
I've been
curious
curious
about
about
it.
that because the
I've
cast looks
I've
really
heard good things though.
So far so good. We're only, I think maybe we just watched the pilot, or maybe the pilot plus an episode or something, but very, very good start to it. Obviously, great cast. Jason
Yeah.
Bateman is great in these types of roles. It's kind of cool. It's more of a mystery than I was expecting. It's very much a mystery, but it's one of those where like you kind of already have the solution, but like understanding how you got there is kind of I think what the whole thing is gonna be about. So
I like that
yeah,
kind of storytelling too. That's fun.
yeah. So anyway, that's all I had.
Nice.
As far as series I've been watching, are you caught up on The Boys?
I am caught up. Yeah,
No,
I might be an
I'm
episode.
way behind.
I have started the new season.
Yeah, okay.
I don't.
I
might
can't
be an
remember if I
episode
watched
behind.
2 or 3. I think I watched 3 episodes of the new
Okay,
season.
I think I've watched 2.
Yeah, I've only seen up to the first season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely past its prime, but at this point they're wrapping up the story. So
I feel like I haven't been. That's one that like my wife was really excited. Oh, The Boys is back, and it's just like I haven't really been excited about it the last couple. Like to me, it's just kind of like a rinse and repeat. It doesn't.
it definitely peaked in season 2, I think.
Yeah.
But it's stayed consistent as far as entertaining and still delivering what it's promising. And it's so
not
funny.
bad. Yeah,
it's not bad. No, I just
yeah.
think season 2 is definitely the best.
Yeah.
But I do think it's funny how people complain that it's like so on the nose and stuff, but like they can't keep up with the amount of ridiculous things happening in real life. There's stuff that like they wrote some of these episodes months ago, and since then they've happened in real life. It's like it's not the show's fault.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's like the evil Superman basically becomes Trump in the series.
Yeah.
And so like it's easy to draw the parallels.
Yeah, it's not.
Sure.
It can't be subtle. I mean, that's not the point of the show.
Well, that's also not the point of fucking comic books anyway. Comic books are naturally just on the fucking nose.
Yeah.
So like, and it's kind of refreshing with this show that it's like being that on the nose about something that's on the nose.
No, I still enjoy it.
I mean, after the end of season 1, it's been what I've been
conclusion.
wanting to watch for a long time because like the end of season 1 was like, fuck, and like, god damn, this is fucking so interesting, and I just too much shit. I never got back to it. But
well, maybe once it finishes.
You've only watched the first season?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You can jump back in, have a nice little binge or something.
Yeah, there's just been too much other shit.
I know.
So hard to
never
you get
ending.
like one little hiccup on like losing a streaming service for a minute, and then just fucking there's too much now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Beef. I've watched the first 2 episodes. Those are the big ones I've been watching. Very much enjoying. As far as movies, I got to go to Cinema Center in Fort Wayne. They get much more smaller releases, so it's cool to jump in on something. A lot of times they'll get movies I've like literally not even heard of, and they just have the premiere or whatever. So they have the new film from French filmmaker Julia Ducarmo. She directed Titan and Raw. I don't know if you guys are familiar with either one.
No, I didn't see
Raw
it.
especially I really like. It's kind of like a psychological cannibal film. This one's called Alpha, and I was so like blindsided by the whole thing. I mean, that sounds kind of bad. I went into it so blind that I was like not even knowing what to expect, and so I felt like it was like walking through a maze almost, just trying to keep up with what was going on. But ultimately, I think it was a really powerful movie. I think I need to rewatch it.
Okay,
but,
well, that's always good.
Very, very unique, super gross. Like there's a lot of it's similar to the drug movie.
Substance?
No, the real.
Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
Some drug sequences and stuff that really look like a person with an infected arm getting a needle in it. You know.
Ugh.
Oh, there's a subplot about, and this was the day after I got my most recent tattoo.
Yeah.
There's a subplot in the movie about a person thinking they basically caught AIDS from getting a tattoo. So
Nice.
it was emotional for me.
Yeah.
I also watched a film called The Beta Test. This is from the director of The Wolf of Snow Hollow. If you guys remember.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Really, really interesting movie in a very modern, like kind of being a man on the internet thriller.
Okay.
Very fun. Very unique. Highly recommend it. I have the Blu-ray if you want to borrow it. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. But he has something about really snappy fun
Yeah.
dialogue, and his performances are always just very consistently
Right.
weird and fun and big. So it's hard not to enjoy his movies. I got to go see The Drama before it left Warsaw. It's not playing in theaters anymore, but I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Do not just try and avoid any kind of trailer or plot,
Okay.
plot synopsis or anything. The trailers I don't think actually say the big, not a twist because it's the premise of the movie.
Right.
But I was very grateful that I went in not knowing what it was going to
Right.
be. Just really, really crazy movie. With awful people doing like terrible things to each other for like petty reasons.
Welcome to the human experience.
Robert Pattinson is just honestly kind of like a comedic genius in the movie as far as just his physicality, and
Right.
feels insane even though that's not like the point of the movie is
Right.
not that, but yeah, just really, really enjoy it when it comes to streaming. Highly recommend The Drama. And then I got to go see the new Lee Cronin's The Mummy. This is the guy who directed Evil Dead Rise.
Right. Yeah.
I just ultimately it felt like an Evil Dead movie. Like I go into a mummy movie going like, okay, this is a mummy. What's different about a mummy than an exorcism or a vampire? Or,
now, Alicia and the kids watched it, and she said it was like it was put together well, but everything about the mummies was just like you're just super typical possessed people. Same cheesy dialogue that you hear in every pseudo possession movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like
a lot of chanting, prayers.
Yeah.
I did like that, like the Christianity stuff didn't have any power over the mummy, which is a nice change in this type of movie. But still, ultimately, it was like halfway between, an exorcism movie and an Evil Dead movie.
Yeah, which is kind of like why even like I think that's a shitty context to establish with it being mummy because it's a very specific thing culturally. Like,
yeah, I wanted something different, right?
Yeah.
I want a mummy. Like, okay, what's this? What makes this a mummy movie? And it just ultimately did not. It felt like they just made a movie and then
possession movie.
Let's call it The Mummy because people will go see anything that's a remake.
Yeah.
Right.
You ever see the Tom Cruise Mummy?
No, that one looked
Has
really
anybody
bad.
ever
I
seen
did.
that
I
movie?
watched it. I liked the presentation of the mummy character. Like I liked her presentation. Overall, that movie just felt like more Tom Cruise. Like I'm fucking Tom Cruise. Look how fucking ripped my fucking abs are. Like spent way too much time.
I bet they
with
paid
the
him
shirt
so
off.
much money to do that because that felt like such a stupid looking movie.
Yeah, there's a couple things that I liked aesthetically in the design of the whole thing, but overall it was pretty fucking disappointing.
Yeah,
for sure. But I mean, that's the thing that sucks. Like I'm like, oh, I would like to see a cool take on the Mummy. I would like to see this. Like let's get this. We don't get this. We get cheesy bullshit. Like, and so when I saw that, I'm like, oh, maybe this is going to be an interesting mummy movie, and it is not. Why can't
definitely
we
wouldn't call it cheesy. It is like super gross.
not cheesy, but still like not to me. It just misses the mark of what I would want. I don't want more of that. I don't want we have Evil Dead, we have possession movies. Like we don't need that. We need this. We need good mummy content. This is a whole space that is barely explored.
Untapped. It's
barely explored.
Fucking cultural background.
So, yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they just had a studio note that was like, make it have nothing to do with Egyptian culture.
yeah. This is racist.
Like, do not make this an analogy for colonialism.
Yeah.
Then I watched, for 420, I had to watch something party drug related. So I watched 24-Hour Party People.
Okay.
It's based on a true story about like kind of the rise of punk and rave culture in the UK and like the birth of bands like The Clash and Joy Division and stuff like that. It's a really interesting take on like a biopic because it's a lot of it is shot in that same kind of like digital low quality kind of like 28 Days Later. You know? and a lot of it will be like the main character like pauses and then narrates like to the camera of like what really happened in this scene, or like the significance of what just happened, and then there's intercuts with like real concert footage and stuff. But it is like a scripted movie. I really enjoyed the delivery of the story and the information, and it's also really funny. Steve Coogan is the lead. If you're not familiar with him, he's a British actor. He's just
I think I've seen it before.
Very funny. So that's the gist of what I've been watching.
Nice. That's interesting. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So I think that's going to do it for the main content. So why don't you go ahead and tell everyone what they should go to the theater to see?
What you should go to the movie theaters to see. Do you guys think either of you are going to watch the Michael Jackson movie?
I'm kind of intrigued. I probably will once it streams. I'm just kind of curious as to the perspective they're going to take and the tone. I wouldn't go see it in theater.
The outrage I've seen so far, I don't have a lot of interest. I'll say I've seen Michael Jackson movies before, so I don't think it's a new concept. The fact that there's a Michael Jackson movie coming out today, and from what I understand, it steers clear of any of the
the entire era that anything it stops in like the late 80s, I think.
It steers clear of the negative points of Michael Jackson's, kind of
existence.
Life. Yeah. It doesn't, I guess it doesn't really get into the nitty gritty of some of the shady things that went on with this character.
Right.
And so, I don't know, it feels like kind of a cop-out, I guess. Like they were making movies about his life when he was fucking early 20s. And so the fact that he's passed now and we have this whole body of work to look at, and there's some true negativity, you just highlight the highlights. Seems like kind of a cop-out.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because I always enjoy a big music movie in theaters. So I feel like if I'm gonna see it, I should see it in theaters. But I also don't really want to pay to see it.
Yeah.
So
I would watch it bored when it came to streaming, just out of curiosity.
Yeah. So that's coming to Warsaw. It's honestly not a great week for movies. Lee Cronin's The Mummy is still playing in Warsaw. Normal, starring Bob Odenkirk, that is in no way related to Nobody and Nobody 2.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm just like, fuck off, man. More of this.
Not more of this. This is something different.
It's something different, yeah.
I heard some pretty terrible reviews of it, unfortunately. This movie, never heard of, called Bus Boys, starring David Spade and Theo Vaughn.
Oh, Jesus.
The cheapest looking dumbass comedy. David Spade wearing one of the worst wigs I've ever seen.
I'm pretty good on that.
It came out this decade and David Spade is in it right away. I have red flags.
I don't know if it came out this century. David Spade's in it. The rom-com Yumi in Tuscany is still playing. A Great Awakening is still playing. Mario Galaxy, the movie.
I guess I might. I still need to watch the first one. It is on my list to do.
Yeah.
My wife watched the new Mario and she said it was fantastic.
Oh, well, okay. That's the best review I've heard of it so far.
Yeah.
Reminders of Him is still playing.
That looks like the worst fucking movie. I swear. Every time I see that trailer, I just want to murder myself.
Well, hopefully you'll never have to see the trailer again.
Maybe that's the one. Maybe that's the charming bad movie I watched.
Nah, it just sounds hard.
Maybe we have to set no, because there's no way to get a good rating on a bad movie, because there's so many people who just ironically give them 5 stars.
Yeah, exactly. Just got to take a chance.
Project Hail Mary is still playing. Have you seen that?
Not yet, and still on my to-do list.
If you get to see a movie, that might be.
Yeah, if it's still playing, I might go. I might go this Saturday.
Yeah, it's still playing. And then Hoppers is still playing.
I kind of want to see that. I don't know why.
I still want to see it. I'm glad it's still playing, because that's also the only good-looking movie in theaters right now that I haven't seen already.
Right.
And then next week will be that Deepwater movie in the Animal Farm that is produced by a Christian company. So I'm really curious how that's going to turn
The
out.
Animal Farm produced by a Christian company?
Yeah.
Like, is it a play on Animal Farm? Like
It's
the book?
a remake of Animal
I
Farm.
thought that was that. I heard
It's
Seth.
directed by Andy Serkis.
Okay.
And the cast is like, a normal cast. It's like Seth Rogen, Woody Harrelson, Kieran Culkin, Glenn Close.
Who wrote it?
I mean, for the screen, I am not sure. But yeah, it's been in the works for years, right? Like Andy Serkis has been working on an Animal Farm adaptation for a long time. And so just recently it was announced that it's produced by this Christian company. So I'm hoping that it was already basically completed and the Christian company is just paying to distribute it. So it's
Right.
going to be Animal Farm.
Yeah.
But if this is like okay for Republicans, Animal Farm, it's going to be pretty disgusting.
Yeah. I'm very curious. I'll probably watch it. I don't know about in theater, but I'm curious. Yeah. The curiosity's gonna get the best of me on
It
that
kind of
one.
just depends on the reviews. It's from
Yeah.
the same guy who wrote The Muppets, The Muppets Most Wanted, Bros, Neighbors 2, and Yes Man.
Mm.
So like,
I don't know. Any of it.
the Muppets movies, those are great.
Yeah.
The other stuff is a little, hit or miss. But I don't know if he's bringing what he brought to the Muppets to Animal Farm, I guess. But also, it would be nice to just get a serious telling of Animal Farm, not like a.
Yeah.
We're on the farm to get weed.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I don't know. That makes me nervous. I'm interested to see reviews of that, but that's coming out next week.
All right. Well,
But yeah, that's what's
that.
coming out.
As always, support your local film institutions.
Hell yeah.
Please.
Absolutely. All right. So next episode will be episode 71, and it'll be my picks. And I figured, you know that today is a holiday?
Today?
No.
No.
It's Earth Day.
Oh,
Earth
it is Earth Day.
Day.
Yeah, somebody said that today.
I
And I'm
thought,
like,
what
oh,
would be
yeah.
better on Earth Day than an Earth Day double feature?
Nice.
But I couldn't think of one. So I thought, you know what Monday was?
420.
Monday was 420.
Hell yeah.
And so maybe a stoner comedy double feature. Something that is a genre we have not covered on this podcast.
No, we haven't touched any of that, really.
So,
Like adjacent.
So
Yeah.
episode 71 will be the first movie I ever saw in the movie theater. Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams, paired with the all-time classic Friday.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was so close to watching a Cheech and Chong movie on Monday because I was like, I mean, you can't go wrong with the classics. But
Right.
I didn't get it.
Up
get
in
to,
Smoke
so.
is the more like obvious choice, but I don't know. Just Nice Dreams has a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
So that's,
Yeah.
where,
Hell
that's
yeah.
what we're going with.
Yeah, I've been due for a Friday watch for a while, so that sounds good.
Yeah.
Be a good time.
Hells yeah.
All right.
Wait, is it called Orange Movie? What's it called?
What?
Cheech and Chong, the Cheech and Chong movie.
Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams.
Nice Dreams. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
All right.
For
That's
whoever
going to do
is
it for
listening,
episode
thanks.
70. We will see you back in 2 weeks for 71 with some pot smoking films.
Hell yeah.
Smoke that pot.
All right. Until then.